Hello folks, Fuzz here. Welcome to another episode of Star Ocean, and just a couple of things to note as we move on here. First of all, my apologies for yet another delay in getting this episode out. Unfortunately, there's not much I can really do about this at the moment, just real life commitments and the fact that I'm doing a lot of live streaming with other games and whatnot is just interfering with my schedule with putting these uploads out for Star Ocean. So thanks for bearing with me. And obviously if you're watching this later on, then hopefully this isn't affecting you. But for those that are trying to keep up with the episodes as I put them out, just thank you for your patience. I am definitely continuing to plan on and go on with this series, so there just might be a few delays as I actually put these episodes out. We'll try and make that up by going for slightly longer episodes, perhaps maybe over 30 minutes instead of 10 to 15 minute episodes. We can get more done at a time. But yeah, there might still be a bit of a delay in getting these out. And second of all, the first part of this video today, the first 6 or 7 minutes, my mic wasn't working, so I've had to go back into post and then re-record the commentary afterwards. So what you're hearing now is post commentary, but then about 6 to 7 minutes into the video, it switches back to live commentary once more. And I was just starting by having a look around the King's Inn here, and it's a very regal place, this city. Obviously Ramie's up there not doing too well with her stone-itis or whatever it's called. And I've got to be honest, these hard shiny floors are not ideal for an inn. It must get absolutely freezing cold at night time. And the other thing I've noticed as well, as much as I appreciate the art design and the attention to detail in this place, where in the world is the bathroom? I've no idea where you go and, you know, drop your doo-doos in this place, because there is no toilet pretty much anywhere in the whole game, to tell you the truth. Anyway, I think we can leave that topic for another day. So we're going to start by just exploring the town itself, grabbing the chests and speaking to the vendors that we want to speak to. And the first chest is located just around here. Obviously, if you've got the skill that shows you where the treasures are on the map, then that's going to be a big help indeed. But there's a shop we do want to go into, and it's just located actually south of the inn we've just came out of. So we can probably head over there as well. Before we do that, yeah, I did just want to grab this chest as well. I was just wondering where I was going then. Like I said, this first 5 minutes or so is 6 minutes, 7, something like that, is recorded in post. Okay, so here's the shop which I thought I was going to then. And there's a couple of things we can do while we're in here. The first thing is obviously we want to speak to the shopkeeper themselves. There's some orders for us to collect. Before we go down to those, let's go ahead here and purchase what's available. So there's a few things that we are going to be interested in. There's a couple of skill manuals first of all. In particular, HP boost, which I already have one of because Edge has it equipped, is a tremendous defense skill that's going to come in fairly useful for many of your party members. It's not cheap, it's 8,000 gil per book, and it does take a lot of skill points to actually boost up to max. So I'm just going to go ahead and select 3 or 4 here, since it is going to take our foe away. And did I mention Gil a couple of minutes ago? I've got Final Fantasy on the mind. I've been streaming so much Final Fantasy with 12 and 15 lately that I'm probably going to be saying Gil from time to time. I do actually mean foe, obviously. These critical hit manuals are also quite useful, so you might want to get a couple of those. And then on top of that, just the crafting parts. You definitely want to get silk, at least 10 of, because there's actually an order we can hand in a little bit later that we've already picked up, which requires 10 silk, and it actually gives you a 10,000 foe reward. Map of Astral, I don't actually know if we need that, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase one anyway. And 58,000 foe, that's obviously a fair chunk of what we've got. But hopefully this stuff's going to be worth it. So let's go ahead and make that purchase here. Just check we've got all those, yeah. And we're going to pick these orders up. The light gems we can actually hand in immediately, so we'll get the party skill points for that, which is obviously a bit of a bonus there. But the other stuff we are going to have to find or craft. And crafting's not going to occur until a little bit later on, since there's so much to do on the planet before we start going back to the ship and what have you. And just around that spot there where I was hovering, there's actually some foe you can pick up. Now, I'd actually done that off camera, so just make sure you look for the shiny there and grab it. It's not a lot, but every bit helps. And then up on this second floor here, there's another 3 chests we can pick up. And just around the other corner here is the final one. So the chests themselves don't really contain exciting items, but it is important to pick them up anyway. Just scrap any items if you're full on them, as always. And the party skill points never hurts either, does it? Especially because we're going to be having a new party member in Sarah joining us permanently later on. Okay, right, let's move on. Next thing I want to do then is just visit some of the merchants that are standing outside some of these other buildings in order to go ahead and accept their orders. There's actually 2 in total, and they're very close to each other here. Now, they don't have any exciting items to purchase. They do obviously sell items, they're merchants, but it's only stuff that we've seen many, many times before. But you can purchase anything if you want to stock up on any of that stuff. So there's another order completed for 50 skill points. And then the final merchant here, and we can't hand in anything unfortunately, so we need to go ahead and sort that stuff out. Oh, that stuff's actually quite expensive. I don't think we want to spend 8,000 full. I suppose we could get a few though. It is important to keep at least some of all of these crafting materials, because you never know when you're going to want to use them, and you don't want to have to be going around looking at shops when you're in the middle of crafting. Now if we just head southwest, there's a residency, we can enter a house, and there's a chest that we can't yet access, but I'll just point it out to you so that you're familiar with it for later on. There it is. It cannot yet be opened. I guess we can say hello to this person as well, the Knight's Wife. And that's pretty much all the exploring we're going to do for the time being. We're actually going to start heading north now, making our way over to the castle. We're going to make our way over to the castle at this point, and we just need to basically head for the door when we get there. I would also point out that we're going to get quite a lot of cutscenes throughout the rest of this episode, but they are going to be interspersed with various other things that we do need to do, such as opening chests, especially one particular important chest that we'll get to a little bit later on. But you do actually need to speak to the guards first, and once you've done that, we can go ahead, open the door, and kick off that first of many to come cutscenes.
Welcome to my castle, Lady of the Sacred Wings. I trust the people of your enclave are well?
Yes. They're all flapping around happily.
That's Lady Sarah for you.
They seem more friendly with each other than I would have thought.
Yeah, I guess these Featherfolk people, or maybe even just Sarah herself, are pretty special.
So, Lady Sarah, I hear that your visit today is in regard to securing sickness remedy for these folk here?
Yes, indeed. These people are my friends.
Your friends, huh?
My name is Edge Maverick, Your Majesty. We have come to humbly beg Your Majesty's aid in securing the remedy for our friend who has fallen ill.
There's no need to be humble. The stone sickness remedy is readily available to all. Begin refinement of the medicine.
Yes, sire.
I'm afraid the refinement will take some time. Please, wait patiently, if you would.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty.
Incidentally, good king, there's something I'd like to ask you.
And what might that be?
Has anything unusual happened here lately?
Unusual? Such as?
Yes, well, like the ancient archfiend rising and doing all kinds of awful things in secret or something?
Now I've heard it all.
Sarah certainly is most unpredictable.
Well, I know I'd certainly prefer it if this archfiend kept all his awful deeds a secret.
Yeah. So, what's an archfiend?
If you don't know, Limo, then don't chime in, alright?
Bleh.
Just as your friend has succumbed to the stone sickness, there have been signs of an impending epidemic. Here in Astral, some have already begun to show symptoms. We will need to use far more of the remedy than in recent years.
That sounds like a problem.
What is worse, the seas are rough, and ships often cannot reach our shores. The raw materials needed for the remedy are beginning to dwindle. Moreover, there have been reports of a suspicious group appearing throughout the country.
Oh, Edge and his friends, perhaps?
Huh? Is that how you think of us?
As it happens, Lady Sarah, the reports relate to that jest of yours from a moment ago.
Oh?
Asmodeus. Yes, a group has arisen which worships the Archfiend of ages past. They call themselves the Church of Siddeley. They've been causing unrest, proclaiming that only the Archfiend's resurrection can save the world. They wear gray robes that conceal themselves from head to toe. But all they do is worship the Archfiend. Strictly speaking, none of their actions are illegal.
The Archfiend's resurrection.
Sarah?
Sari looks a little hale, Kay.
Hale? You mean like Hardy?
That's pale.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to disturb you so. Please, relax until the remedy has been prepared. Someone show our guests to their quarters. Such magnificent craftsmanship. The historic symbolism is quite faithfully reproduced.
Huh? Who was that? Whoever it was, he seemed to know what he was doing. No, it's none of my business.
Edge, may we speak?
Huh? Sure.
Sarah is saying we should go see the king. She says the remedy for the sickness should be prepared by now.
Good.
Right then, so after that cutscene, we are left upstairs here, the second floor of Astral Castle, and there's a save point which you may or may not want to make use of. There are going to be other opportunities to save before our next battles though. And there's a harvest point, which only contains normal items, but it does contain a lot of experience, more than usual anyway. The problem of course is that we can't actually access it at this moment, because we don't have Raimi in the party. But you can still approach it and just get a message saying it's a harvest point, but you ain't using it, basically. There is actually a chest upstairs though, so I'm going to show you where that is. I'll just save my game. And here's the chest. That contains some health seeds, which is pretty nice. You know, not too shabby, but there's a much better chest coming later on. So we can head out the castle doors here, and what we want to do now is just head down these stairs. So the stairs are located to the east.
Hear me well, Lias. You must not fail in capturing this Black Eagle.
My lord.
Ah, Lady Sarah, forgive me.
What's happening? There seems to be a bit of hurly-burly going on.
I regret to inform you that the castle was infiltrated by a marauder who made off with the sickness remedy.
What?
I have no words to offer an apology.
Riri's not gonna get better without the medicine, Kay.
Is she gonna turn to stone?
Who is this marauder?
A flagrant bandit who goes by the name of Black Eagle. He's been plaguing my people for some time.
Black Eagle?
The man is quite skilled. He defeated our guardsmen single-handedly and made off with our store of the remedy and its raw materials.
Deplorable.
It was a small amount, but would have been enough to treat hundreds. Who knows how many will fall to the disease now?
Your Majesty, may I ask something?
Of course, what is it?
Can you tell us what this marauder looks like?
I am told he's a man far more powerful than the average bandit. That and... his tattoo. He is said to have a large black eagle tattooed on his back. The tattoo is where he gets his name.
A tattoo of a black eagle. Again. I've done it again. Damn it! Your Majesty, I will apprehend this criminal.
What?
I have absolutely no choice but to capture him. No choice!
If you will excuse me as well, Your Majesty?
Lady Sarah, who are those people?
They're my friends. They're very
Now this
kind.
cutscene's finished, I'm actually going to be leaving you for my older self, as the live commentary is going to be commencing once more. This is where I managed to get my mic working. It was very random, but here we go. So, off with Raimi's cure. And we need to go and catch that guy. But before we actually do so, let's just get through this dialogue. I mentioned there's actually a really good weapon for us to grab. Well, I said an item, but it is a weapon. And we're going to do that now, because it's actually going to come in useful pretty much straight away. So we're going to head back towards where the king was, and we're going to go behind his throne here. At least that's the working theory. Somewhere around here. I can see it on my map. There is actually an item we can grab. Just let me see on the map here which... Okay, there we go. That makes sense. It's on the other side. Typical. Just make sure you get this one, guys. You are going to want to use this. Nicely hidden, actually. It's the famed sword Vainslay. And that is actually going to be a weapon for Edge to use. So we're going to go ahead before we do anything else here. Equip items. And give that to him. So he's already using the Sylvance, which is a nice item actually. But look at that. 448 to 565 attack. Yes, please. And there we go. So that's what we needed to pop back for. Now we can actually exit the castle. Or you can, I believe, head back upstairs to save. You do have a boss fight coming up. Now we can go ahead and chat to some of the people around Astral City here. See if they know anything about this thief, about this bandit that's run away. Oh, make sure you speak to the guards as well, because they do tend to have some data to add to your collection. We just got some weapons data there. So what we are actually going to want to do at this point then is head back to Tatroy. We can use the boat, I believe. Yes. So we'll make our way back there now. Right then, so starting from where we've just disembarked the ferry, we're going to head over into the next section, over to the west. And there's a couple of people we need to speak to, a couple of witnesses, but before we do that, we're going to head down here to the shop, the cat shop or something I think it's called, the Black Cat Material Shop, and we're going to deliver that order from the silk we just purchased in Astral City there, because look at that, we get a 10,000 fold reward, along with a nice tidy party SP reward as well. So I want to do that as soon as we can. There we go. Now there's a couple of people I mentioned that we want to talk to, witnesses to the black thief or whatever it is that we're chasing. So the unlucky old woman is one. And that'll just kick off a little bit of a dialogue with our party here. And we learn that he ran off towards the Colosseum. So we're going to head over towards the Colosseum ourselves now. And once again, we do have a boss fight coming up, so if you haven't already, just pop into the inn to save your game. And then we're going to chat to this guy here, we get some weapons data. But more importantly, to our immediate needs, we get some more information on the dude that we're after. And we do need to speak to both of these witnesses, or we can't progress any further. And now we can head to the door here.
Whoa. Everyone looks so strong, Kate. Edgy, are you really gonna fight these guys?
Look, if we don't enter won't be able to get to the guy that stole the medicine.
Yes, fighting them as a normal man could be difficult. But if you fight as yourself, Edge, they should pose no problem. I assume you know what I'm implying, yes?
If I make full use of my martial arts, blade techniques, tactics, I won't lose to anyone on this planet. I'm sure of it.
Yes, they would all be techniques unknown to the people of Roke. But once the battle is finished, all the spectators will know the truth. They will realize that you are different from them.
Yeah, they sure will. If I go through with this battle, my actions could very well turn out to be the catalyst that changes Roke's entire future. Just like what happened on that alternate Earth. Just thinking about it makes me shiver. I feel like I want to run away right this second.
Are you saying you would just let Raimi die?
No! It's just, I have no idea what could happen as a result of my actions here. And that scares me.
Very well. I'll enter the tournament.
Huh?
You're gonna fight, FaZe?
Yes. After all, our friend's life depends upon it. I'm sure you're familiar with the pain of losing people, Limmel.
Yeah.
I know all about that kind of pain, too. Losing friends is really, really difficult.
I freely admit I'm not fit to judge what's right or wrong here, but I refuse to just sit around feeling sorry about it. So I'm going to fight, for real, and whatever the outcome, I will take full responsibility for it.
FaZe.
Edge, the only reason I'm able to make a decision like this is because I've come so far studying you.
I don't know what happened to you that made you feel like this, Edge. But I do know, if you stand to lose something important because of your fear of the unknown, it's far more noble to push ahead, no matter how hard it is. Well, actually, I borrowed that from Miss Elena, too.
You told me that too, Bacchus, didn't you?
Did I say such a thing?
Are you sure about this, Edge?
I am scared about what might happen. Frankly, I'd still rather just run away from it all. But the thought of losing Raimi scares me even more. I can't tell you how important she is to me. We grew up together. So yes, I'm sure.
Good luck. And don't forget, Edge, on the road you travel, your friends walk right alongside you.
Thanks.
So that's it. Edge is going into the Colosseum. We're going to face off against the Black Eagle.
The final challenger
And I don't expect it to be too much of a challenge because we've got a new weapon and we've got HP boost equipped for tremendous amounts of health and defence. And this is our first of many battles in the Colosseum. But the majority of our time here is going to be time spent completing optional challenges. This is a great arena. And there's going to be a lot of fun challenges ahead for us here. So the good way to take this guy down is with blindsides and combos. And then just repeat the process, basically. It's that simple. Just keep an eye on your MP. Obviously running out of that stuff isn't going to be too helpful if you're trying to pull off these combos. But otherwise, like I say, I don't think this is going to be too hard. And no guard is always a great skill to have equipped as well. So if you don't have that equipped, then it's something you probably do want equipped. Right, we'll pull off another blindside here. Boing. Down we go. And this guy is in rush mode at the minute, I think. Oh no, he was, and wasn't, no. Let's go the other way this time. Let's have a change. Let's spice things up a bit. Ah, battle trophy. There we go, look, that's pretty much all there is to it. I don't think we took any damage, did we? Oh, we took a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. So we didn't even need the HP boost, I don't think. So yeah, blindsides do appear to be your friend in that fight.
Hand over the remedy and the raw materials.
What are you talking about? Show me some proof.
You gonna give him back or not? Answer me.
Fine. Take it all. Just don't kill me. I only got my advance, but that's better than dying.
Advance? Did someone hire you to steal the remedy?
Yeah. Look, I don't even know who they are. All I know is they wanted to stop the distribution of the medicine.
What the hell? This ain't no place for fancy folks.
Clear the way, under orders of the king.
Didn't I see you at the castle?
I am Lias Warren of the Royal Knights, and you are Master Edge Maverick, yes? Take him away.
Sir!
You may leave the rest to us.
Thank you. By the way, the Marauder said he was hired by someone. I don't mean to interfere in your affairs, but you may want to investigate that.
What? You managed to get that much out of him? No wonder one of the Sacred Wings calls you her companion. Plebeians such as us can't hold a candle to you.
No, I haven't done anything.
No need for humility. We sallied forth to the Colosseum upon reports that the Black Eagle was holed up within. But we did not expect that you would arrive so much earlier than us.
Please accept my apologies. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
Why apologize? What is a knight to do when a hero expresses regret to him?
Hero?
Many throughout the kingdom suffer from stone sickness this very moment. Your actions have saved them, as well as all those that may yet fall ill from the disease. Those are truly actions befitting a hero. I am certain His Majesty, our king, would say the same.
Here's the medicine. Take it, please!
I have been ordered to provide you the remedy with utmost priority, Master Edge.
I see. Thank you very much.
Show your respect to this valiant warrior.
What?
This man recovered the sickness remedy not only for his friend, but for the kingdom as well. He is a true hero.
No, I'm not. I'm no hero. Really. Please stop. I didn't mean to do anything here. All I wanted was to save Rainy.
What's this?
She's squishy again. Ray was like a rock, but now she's back to squishy, Kay?
Has she recovered?
Edge.
Yes, Raimi. It's me.
Edge. Did something bad happen to you?
What are you talking about? Not at all. Nothing bad. But now that you're better, I
see. Sarah?
Yes, I'm traveling along with your friends now. I'm very happy that you're doing well. By the way, how is it that you recovered?
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
Ray got all better 'cause of the medicine, Kay? Well, yes, the remedy does cure stone sickness, of course. But the problem is, it doesn't usually happen this quickly.
What you say is true.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're well too. I don't like to see anyone turn to stone. It's just, what would you call it? Curiosity? Everything about your sickness was very unusual, from the short incubation period to how slowly it progressed. So I was just a little curious, that's all. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't upset you.
No, it's okay. I suppose keeping secrets isn't the best idea.
Raimi?
Edge, I'm sorry. I'd hoped I could just keep all this to myself forever.
What are you talking about?
Let me guess. Does this have something to do with the mark that showed up on your neck a moment ago?
So, you have seen it. All right. I guess I'll explain everything. Our homeworld, Earth, suffered radiation contamination on a massive scale, making it uninhabitable for normal humans. Scientists performed endless experiments looking for some way, any way, to adapt us to the severe environment. One of those experiments was called Project Hope. It was a plan to create a race of superhumans, able to thrive under the harshest conditions imaginable. Earth was once home to an ancient race with extraordinary survival abilities. Using their DNA, some special children were born, the seeds of hope. They possessed supernormal abilities, but the experiment produced only 3 successes. I happen to be one of them. The second is Crow.
Crow?
And the third one. The third one is you, Edge.
Me?
Normally, our bodies are no different from those of natural humans. But when we're faced with crises or when we experience strong emotions, the crests on our bodies activate and we gain access to supernormal powers. Hasn't it ever happened to you, Edge?
Now that you mention it.
My capacity for adaptation is especially strong. Whatever environment or disease I come in contact with, my body adjusts to it on its own. The reason my incubation period was so fast and the progress of the disease was so slow is because my body was attempting to adapt. And the reason the remedy cured me so quickly is because those powers of adaptation stimulated the healing process. Remember what I said to you before, Edge? That something like this couldn't kill me? Even if the entire world fell to an incurable pandemic, I alone would survive. That's what it means to be one of the seeds of hope. We aren't normal human beings.
And this ancient race of people are the Mua? When the Cardionon said, direct descendants of the Mua, that's what he was talking about.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have no idea what you all are talking about. But I can tell that it probably wasn't something I should have brought up lightly. I'm terribly sorry.
Not at all. It was kind of relieving, actually.
Lim? I don't really get it either, Kay. But Ray Ray, you're still Ray Ray, right? You're still the Ray Ray we've been with all along, right? That's all that matters, Kay. I didn't know what to do when you were saying all those weird things, Kay.
Edge, Raimi, you're both my friends, and that's all that matters. From the moment you saved me to the very end.
Mary.
I have nothing particular to say either. It remains a fact, after all, that meeting you two has brought warmth to my cold steel body.
Why, you almost seem bashful, Bacchus. I believe this is my cue to exit. I'd rather you not see my own bashful face, so I will say nothing.
Well then, I suppose we'll be going too. Good night, Kay.
But
Sleep tight, you two.
Edge, are you mad at me?
No, that's not it. It's just, well, it's a bit of a shock. Seeds of hope. Huh.
That's what they called us. They were counting on us to bring hope and happiness to mankind, but I hate it. I hate what it's given me.
Raimi.
Back when I was little, some of my friends took me to play in one of the forbidden areas. We didn't think much of it. But we were contaminated, all of us. Irradiated so badly we had no hope. My friends all died in terrible pain from the contamination. But this power of mine, it just refused to let me die. The adults all blamed me, said it was my fault. She's a monster, they said. She's not human.
Raimi, stop.
Why the hell did you survive? You should have died like them, screaming in pain.
That's enough.
But then, Mom and Dad told me the truth. They told me, it's okay, you're going to bring happiness to us all. But how? Who could I possibly make happy? Someone like me. Someone who can live without a care in the world.
Raimi.
Edge.
Raimi, you make me happy just by being alive. And I know Crow would say the same.
My power isn't anything special at all. But you're different. Everyone suffering from stone sickness here will get the medicine they need because of what you've done. So please, stop looking so sad. You can accomplish something. I know it. Don't worry. Take all the time you need. Sooner or later, the old Edge will come back. You've never done anything wrong.
I'm sorry. I do need more time. But thank you. I feel a little better. Don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight.
Okay, so a whole bunch of lengthy cutscenes there, but we are put into the inn. So I think the game probably recognises that many of us will want a break. And indeed I do, since I'm going to have some lunch now and get ready for a live stream that I'm doing a little bit later today. So I'll go ahead and save. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys here. And we've had a nice lengthy episode actually. So hopefully that makes up for the fact that it has been the first one in a week, as I said earlier. So thanks for stopping by today, guys. I'm hoping to be able to get the next episode out to you with slightly less of a wait than you had to put up with for this one. But yeah, again, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon for more Star Ocean. So come back then, take care.